Are we
Unless
picking
I'm
up?
feeling really sorry for you, and I might give it to you
Oh, they need it. Yeah.
because I've
Yeah.
done that. I'm like, I got to give you guys a hero point for this fight. I'm sorry. It's just, you're gonna need it.
Crying Squirtle.
Um,
Are we picking back up immediately where we stopped?
I don't know. I really. I think. I know you had mentioned maybe you wanted to address some things, so that's really up to you guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, part of actually why I went back and listened to it is I was trying to decide whether or not I felt like Hendrik was somebody we wanted to like follow up with, like, if he was just a victim of this adventuring party or if he had provoked them somehow, or
Well, you saw them
um
yourself. How it didn't take much to provoke them.
right.
Yeah, I think he's fine.
Yeah. Well, he
Unless he
was he
files a report, like, you know.
he was saying some stuff. He was being very defensive, which seemed a little suspicious to me.
Hmm.
But
Just got
I'm
attacked.
sure if you bring
yeah.
it up, if you bring it up to Yoletta, you're like, she's gonna tell you you're in uniform. Like, of course he's defensive.
Well, you may recall that his companion didn't seem very keen on.
No, she was like, is there going to be a problem here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and this might be a thing that you have to get used to as men of the cloth or men of the badge. Men
Women
and
of the
men. Yeah, actually, wait a minute. You're all
women
women.
of the bad, yeah.
The ladies of the badge.
Claws. You're
That
all
that's
none.
a different AP.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, yeah. If this is brought up, like, should we look into this? I think Yoletta would have a specific response. But if it's your own personal curiosity, then
Yeah, because for some of you guys, you may completely forget, that
Oh.
you're in this uniform
Oh, I thought you meant yeah,
and
yeah.
people are gonna. Oh, you're writing stuff down. Yeah, yeah. What are you guys doing for notes, by the way?
I keep digital notes.
I like a C, right around there.
Okay.
La la
my
la la
hero
la.
deck.
Season starts with C. All right.
Call back.
Cookie starts with C.
Oh, C's for cookie. That's good enough for me.
This is my last pumpkin ale. Last
Ooh.
one. Gonna miss you, my Sam Adams Jacko
So
pumpkin ale. So good.
I mean, if you want a pumpkin beer, just get some pumpkin spice, pumpkin pie
That's not
spice
how that works.
beer.
That's not
All
how
it
that
is.
works.
Okay. A tradition spanning over 4,000 years, the Radiant Festival of Absalom stands as a testament to the enduring spirit and cultural achievements of its people. This grand celebration, observed every century, symbolizes the city's strength and unity through countless sieges. After a long absence, the centennial celebration has returned with unprecedented vibrancy, drawing attendees from all corners of the globe. Most join in the revelry, celebrating the audacity of the human spirit, while others harbor darker intentions, eager to exploit the occasion and strike at the heart of its city and its people. Standing in their way is a cobbled together constabulary, sworn to protect and preserve the people of this great city. These courageous men and women are known as the agents of Edgewatch. These are their stories. So we begin. That is the ding ding round fight. Begin. All right. So well, let's just take it to where we where you guys are outside of the inn.
Popping an ice pack on her forehead.
Steak.
And the proprietress of the inn has thanked you profusely for putting these disturbance to rest at the Tipsy Tengu. That's her good-looking face right there. Bellberry Breckenridge. Bellberry Breckenridge, halfling proprietress of the Tipsy Tengu. Yeah, and it's getting pretty late now, so your shift is pretty much over. And she has extended an offer for you guys to come in whenever you'd like, to relax, unwind, keep the peace, maybe.
Perhaps we can come back at a later point.
Why
God,
would
I'm
we need to
tired.
come back? I think we're done, right?
I think she meant as patrons as opposed to guards.
But I'm sure she wouldn't mind the other patrons seeing the guards here. It might make them feel safer.
Are you suggesting that we drink on the job?
Oh, definitely
What?
not. That wouldn't be appropriate at all.
Oh.
You're saying to stay here?
I'm
No,
sorry, are
at
you
a future
suggesting
point.
we don't drink on the job?
Savaro looks horrified.
What time is it? What time
Of
is it?
course not. Gwendolyn, wink.
Aren't we like almost done with our patrol? Let's just finish it
No,
and then call it a day.
later.
Oh, no, later I'm going to pick up my kid and go home to feed him.
Later is in more.
Okay.
Never mind. Let's go home.
So, what's going on? What are you guys doing?
We're pretty
Think we're-
close to, like, we're almost at the end of our route, aren't we?
Yeah.
I don't remember
Mm-hmm.
what's my, yeah.
Yeah, it's just about quitting time. So I'm just leaving it up to you guys to decide what you want to do next. If you want to turn in, uh, explore. You didn't get to see some of the sites, and it's not too crowded yet.
Well, what time are we expected back? Like by a certain time? Is your curfew?
Well, your shifts run from 7 to 7, basically.
Yeah, so I'll check in back at HQ.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say hello, grab my stuff, and then head home. Lena's gonna go take care of her family.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind looking around a little. There's so many wondrous things to look at.
I mean, if we're gonna walk around off the clock, I suggest we not wear these uniforms.
I agree.
Probably for the best.
Perhaps the Hall of Nations? I've heard the exhibits are to die for.
Oh yes, let's take a look at the map here. So you guys are probably around what about here-ish, roughly.
Oh, sorry, nowhere close to the back. The watch.
Yeah. And yeah, it's pretty quiet, like I said. Off maybe closer to the shore, you can see there's some juggler doing some tricks with the small crowd gathered. A group of foreigners walking down the street, chuckling to themselves and look a little tipsy, speaking in a language you do not understand.
Get him!
Attack! Yeah, well,
I'm up for going back to Watcher's Edge then and turning in our uniform for the night.
Okay.
Whatever
Yeah.
normal-
You. I guess you have to go back there to change and
Clock
stuff.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. To clock
Yeah,
out.
that's
Yeah.
my assumption.
All right. So then we'll zip you over back to Watcher's Edge. Cross the living lake and the Mystic Gardens. As you walk over the bridge to at the living lake right here, let me center the map. There we go. You can see in the water there are multi-colors like shimmering just under the surface, like as if they were alive, they're like moving. And you look closer and you can see that there are like bioluminescent fish of all types of fish and underwater creatures. I don't want to offend Chase here by calling them fish.
How dare you.
Probably all different sorts of things. What's a jellyfish? What is that? That's like what are they classified as?
Not a
Like
fish.
like anthropods or no?
Not an anthropod. I mean, they're an animal.
But they have their own like.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Vegetarians?
Vegetarians? The
Asylum.
CNIDARIANS?
Oh man, see, I don't even know. But anyway, fish and whatever the hell those things were, and jellyfish and other underwater things just shimmer in the water, almost lighting it up. Like everything is turned to 11 here. It's just not like a normal pond. You know? It's beyond that.
Is it in fact a living lake?
It's a living lake.
Oh, I get where the name comes from now.
Yeah, and perhaps even those of you who have been to the Precipice Quarter before would recall a lot of this area was once an enchanted greenhouse that had one of the great wonders of the inner sea was here, and it had an enormous crystal dome that just shattered during the earthquake and caused like this magical catastrophe here where these blights and mutated nightmarish things started coming out of here. I mean, everything was awful here, and now it's this wonderful little park. And probably when you're walking across the island in this section here, you come across what's his face? Let me find his name here. Beckaby, who is a gnome, a Parisian gnome. And he has armloads of what look to be explosives.
As one does.
Yes. And he kind of bumps into you and he doesn't see you because he's carrying so many that he can't see where he's going, basically. And he just kind of crashes into you guys and knocks all these over. Oh, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. What a silly place to put your legs, I would say.
Is this after we've clocked out?
No, this is kind of on your way back in,
Have,
so to speak.
you got a license for all of those explosives?
I'll wave Wendelin off. And
License?
I'll speak to him in Parisian. My apologies, brother. So sorry for bumping into you. Here, let me help you up. Come.
Thank you. But I must get going. I've got much preparations to do. Many big preparations. Big fireworks show tonight, tomorrow, and every night for the entire festival. It's going to be quite the spectacle, I can tell you.
I'll send him on his way.
And
Did you say all of that in Parisian?
No, he was speaking common,
how I-
but he
That
appreciates
is
the.
how I addressed him, But
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was
Um,
speaking common.
Not concerned about.
What? Somebody at the festival with fireworks? No, not particularly.
So Savara
And
asked him, are you in charge of all of the fireworks? All of the displays?
that's indeed my baby, my lady. That's right. Beckaby is my name. You may have heard of me. I come from the north. Here's the chief operator of the fireworks display to be taking place at on the northwestern end of the lake.
And will it
He
be?
kind of points through the woods, but you really can't really see what he's pointing at. But oh, it's going to be quite the show. I can guarantee you that.
You're from the north.
That's correct, sure am. I'm one of the chief pyrotechnic officers out of Magnamar. You might have heard of that. It's a small little trade city over.
Auntie, I'm from the north.
Are
People
you
from
now?
the north. Yeah, the
What?
caravan run through Riddleport and down south.
Can I roll an insight check on this guy?
Insight.
I mean,
What?
What system is this? What
Banned.
system is
Banned.
this?
Surrender your hero points, sir.
Surrender your hero
Need a
points.
perception check?
what
You
is your
trying to
insight
do
check?
some kind of sense motive?
Is that what they call it in this?
Yep. It is an action under the perception skill.
All
It's
right.
a hidden perception roll.
Yeah. It actually is in the you don't have to worry about that. Okay. So taking studying this guy a little in depth. It's in the moonlight. You have low light vision though, right? Just curious.
I have dark vision.
Dark vision. Okay. So you can clearly see his features, expression. He looks a little disheveled. Like one of his buttons is buttoned the wrong way. He missed a button there. One of his shoelaces are untied. His hair is a little scruffy, but he's a gnome, so what are you going to do? He's got bright orange hair, long eyebrows that kind of extend away from his face, like a kung fu master. And
Bright orange hair.
yes, and he looks to be kind of disorganized. But as far as you don't feel he's hiding anything from you, or
Sounds like the perfect man to be handling.
yes.
Yeah, someone
Yeah,
who's not.
His name is
Yeah, I'll tell him. Go ahead. Sorry.
no. I'll just put his name in there. Beckaby.
Thank you.
Ah.
Yeah, I'll tell him about my caravan that
Mm-hmm.
get to tour the city states up there.
Yeah, and he talks to you about he goes back and forth with you about the area of Arisia.
Yeah, between Corvosa and Riddleport, ran that and sometimes hit up Magnamar for trade and stuff.
Yeah. Down the old coast road.
I thought Magnamar was in Cheliax.
Yeah.
No, Magnamar is an independent city-state west of Corvosa.
Riddleport's like way up.
City of monuments with giant constructions from the old days of the Thessalonian Empire. It's actually under a giant broken bridge that one can only imagine where it once led. Yeah. Okay, so then he kind of, just goes back to his business, picks up the assorted fireworks, and kind of scuttles away into the dark, into the forest.
So he said on the north. He said he was going to the north side of the island. Does that mean like here? Because you seem to say he went this way.
Yeah, he's going this way. So
So why was he on this road?
Which
Why
road?
did you take this road? We're on this road.
you're here. Yeah. This is where you kind of bumped
This is
into him.
And
This is a
and
bridge. So this is a bridge that goes through the forest. It doesn't really look like you can get off of it. But this actually is in the forest. If you want to be in the forest, it looks like you have to go through the southern path.
Mm.
Oh,
Also,
so
I don't know that we're paid to be this curious.
Oh, that's true. That's a good point. I like that feature. Yeah.
We're not.
This bridge
we're
goes
not
over the. It's like an archway that goes over the.
I'm
the
just saying, if
forest.
I was a person who saw a man who looked a little scraggly carrying a bunch of fireworks, I might be suspicious. I'm not a cop.
Yeah, but again, we're not. Yoletta's very much the live and let live. We are not tasked with maintaining festival security. We're here to look pretty and make sure that people don't kill each other.
Keep the peace.
Keep the peace.
Is that not the first thing you said?
What's up?
Are we not doing the first thing you just said that we're not doing?
We are
everybody
keeping the
safe?
peace out. No, we're not here. We're not here to solve those kinds of problems. We can let people know, but that is not what we are here.
You're
for.
not. You're not detectives.
We are beat cops, and if we cause too much noise, our sergeant is going to be angry at us. Not our job.
Detective.
You leave it to the big shots who get paid well and have nice, cushy positions in like Vice.
I was in Vice.
You were in Vice, and now you're here. And here we walk and we look pretty and we make sure there aren't fights in the streets.
And
Savara kind of leans forward and says, "We know his name. I keep going into Kaviji. Oh my god, I did it for too long. We know his name. We can ask. We can check on him and make sure he is indeed licensed to do the fireworks."
Very well, if you want to. But I mean,
She's
If
just
we
trying to
follow
make
up-
Santi feel better.
Yes,
if
ma'am.
we followed up with everything, every person we feel suspicious, we would never go home. You know, people are inherently secretive, and they should be, right? I don't think that's a bad thing.
And as you're talking, now it's like pretty much getting dark at this point. And explosion. Yes, there is. No, you see a ghost-like figure, kind of passing through the woods, and then you hear the sounds of groaning, like trees, like as if trees are moving in a way, that sound that they make, like a tree beard kind of noise.
By the
A
holidays,
deep-
amazing.
A deep noise, and you hear that, and then you start to see a lot of the trees start to move and carry
I was gonna say,
about,
like,
and they don't look like they're causing any issues. This is just what's happening. These little wispy spirits kind of
Surprise.
drifting in and out between the.
Would this be particularly surprising to us?
Well,
It's about
unless
the
you've probably never seen anything like that.
We were told about it last week, though, that there's a maze or something here, and that at night it gets spooky.
Spooky. Yeah, there's a spooky maze here in the Mystic Gardens.
Yeah, but you're feeling, you're alone. Like it's not crowded. There's nobody out here, so it feels a little spooky. Yeah.
Yeah, so Savara says, perhaps we should quicken our steps and get back to the watch.
Oh, are you okay? Sure, we can go. Helena has a torch out because she is only human.
Yeah.
Is how she
Same.
sees.
Okay. Yes. So by torchlight, you cross the bridge, and are back on solid ground, away from the spooky forest, and and then you're back at the headquarters.
Marvelous.
Sergeant Alo is there. He looks like he's at his desk. He is sitting with looks to be a civilian, a half elf, He looks like he might be taking the statement. He sees you guys come in and he gives you a nod and a smile. Looks like maybe looks over and counts how many of you are there. Oh yeah, and then we forgot all about what's his face. He's there too.
Yeah.
Gith.
Five of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gith is there.
The kid.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, guess I'll be heading back home.
Yeah, get some stay.
Wait, Gith,
What?
how old are you?
He kind of puffs his chest up a little bit. He's like, I'm 15, miss, ma'am.
Never mind.
Why? How old are you? Am I not supposed to ask that?
Go home. We're good. Thank
Well, I
you.
guess
He
I'm
passes a hand through his greasy hair, and he's.
What do you think the drinking age is in Absalom?
It's
I don't think
probably
there is one, to be honest with you.
not a. It's probably not appropriate to go drinking with a cadet, though. Like,
Yeah.
right? Like,
She like
little kid.
you like see a thought cross her mind. She goes, "Never mind. Have a good night." Gith."
Okay, he kind of looks. He
The-
kind of looks
the
sideways,
corrupter of
like, did I
the
do
innocent.
something wrong? You know. Okay, and he heads back and he goes to the locker area to change. But what'd you say, Randy?
I said Conti, the corrupter of the innocent.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn?
Yes.
I believe we have an open invite to the Tipsy Tegu.
We should probably at least speak to Sergeant Erlo first.
Yeah, is there a debriefing at the end of the night?
I think he just waved us by, say, "Cool,
No.
you're here. Bye."
Oh, okay.
No,
I thought we were waiting for him to stop talking to whoever.
no, not really.
That's just happening like while we're taking off our boots and.
I'll, and Yoletta will turn. It's like, don't worry, I will file the paperwork since I am not going out drinking. So go enjoy your night. I will make sure everything is good. I will
Oh
see you
yes, there's a matter of collecting your pay.
Oh.
tomorrow. Oh, that's
Cha-ching.
probably two interesting people.
Yes.
Wait a minute. Now we all want to file paperwork.
Yeah.
So hold on a second. We get paid every day.
That's how I'm doing it for
That's
now,
bad.
until it feels like it's not working.
I mean, that's fine. It makes me feel like I'm a day laborer.
Because I don't want it.
Contract.
Because I don't want it to be like you have to play 7 in-game days to get
Mhm.
money. It'd be like that's kind of fucked up.
No, it makes sense.
I'll take 10 minutes to heal myself real quick.
Plus, yeah, it's not the most refined, guard or watch unit. Everything is kind of done last
Tosses a
second.
little
Like not a lot of
outsourcing
thought was
something.
given to the running and the maintenance of the watch. They're just like, well, just here's their budget,
Mhm.
and then this is what they'll get, and that's it. Move on to the next topic because there's a million things to do.
Between you and me, I heard a rumor that there's so much turnaround that they can't do weekly pay because some people don't last that long.
All right, so let's try it. Let's do. I'm still not satisfied with the method. So, for each incident that you avert, well, first of all, your base pay, right? Hold on. Damn it! I forgot to open my spreadsheets.
Roll treat
Spreadsheets.
wounds because I don't have an actor on here, so I'm just gonna roll medicine.
Make a roll.
Hey.
There we go. I needed 1 point. She
Oh.
heals up from the roll.
Is anybody else hurt?
I'm gonna heal overnight. Like I'm dinged barely.
Okay, I can while Kanti's patching up herself, I can attempt to treat wounds on Wendell.
Okay, so as a base pay, the squad earns 13 gold pieces. I'm going to add that to
Divided
your.
by 5.
No,
Divided
divided by 3.
4. By 3.
Yeah, he doesn't get shit. He's just there to learn. He's like an intern, dude.
3.25. Oh man, he's an unpaid intern. That sucks.
He's paid in experience.
Would that be 3 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper? To do the math right?
Don't do anything yet because I'm adding
Oh,
it into
never mind.
the stash.
Oh.
Okay.
Even. I love this game.
All right. So Let's see here. So I imagine this being like Yelena is filing reports, basically. Um,
I'll dot
yeah.
my T's and cross my I's.
All right. So the incident with the goblins. Okay, so why don't you roll a check for the for the filing of the reports?
Okay, what should I roll?
Do you have like
Society?
it could be society or it can have a lower DC with some sort of legal skill if you have that. If you have that.
Legal.
Like a lore kind of
I
thing.
have legal lore.
No, I have hunting lore from my background, so no, I do
Okay.
not have.
Okay. So then you don't have to be the one to file the reports then. You can all do it collectively. And it could be Savara could make the roll that if she's using her legal lore.
Yeah, it would probably make sense that she would be like, "Oh yeah, paperwork, I got this."
Okay, yeah, word. Glenn will be
So
more than happy to allow you to file paperwork.
Okay, so you want me to roll my legal lore?
Yeah.
Conti is like waiting for everybody to finish up so they can go out. So she has like her feet propped up and is like has like a small ball that she's throwing up to herself, just trying to pass the time. Very obviously not helping.
Well, it's
and
kind of a one-person job.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You like the dum 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 as like the ball hits the wall, which I'm sure is not distracting.
okay. So that will net the squad another 18 gold pieces.
Cool.
Nice.
Total?
Well, I'm adding them in as we go. And then the incident with the at the Tipsy Tengu. Yes, the public disturbance.
Tengus are the fucking cutest creatures in the face of the planet. By the way.
They are.
Okay. You could give me a roll for that one as well, and then we'll call it.
Are you done yet?
Just one more form.
Nice. Okay.
That was easy.
For that, you will get 18 gold pieces for that. Okay. A little abstract, but all right. And then that is your purse for the day. That's 49 gold total. Gonna dish it out now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I'm rich.
netting you 1 platinum piece, 2 gold pieces, and 5 copper pieces.
So while they were doing paperwork, I am dressing to go out, and I impersonate of like a noble going to the festival. So, yeah.
Okay, are you getting in disguise and everything?
Sort of. So yes, I'm going to be putting on makeup, redoing my hair. I probably have like a fan, and I probably like, a shawl or something. It's not like super fancy clothing or anything, but I did put on makeup and all of that, so I should like look significantly different than
Okay. All right, and then just before I forget, XP.
Ooh.
So you completed them, but you didn't get the bonus because they're, that's all right.
I have 120 currently. I don't remember.
Why do you have 120 experience? You shouldn't have any.
What?
You gave us 40 XP.
Oh, I gave it to you guys already? Oh my god, I totally forgot.
That's why I was asking. Yeah.
Oh, then if you have 120, that's everything you should have then. Okay.
Okay.
No. So I had 40 from the goblins, and I had 120 from the inn.
I think it was
No,
80
no,
from
no.
there.
It was 80 from the end, not 120. Yeah. 120 would be a severe encounter. There's no way in hell that was a severe encounter.
Yeah.
Maybe to you, as Conti's rubbing her.
You don't have the like breadstick shaped indentation on your head.
Very
Got the
stale. It was very stale.
I don't even think Conti fully changes. Like she takes off maybe like the outer layer, but then she puts on like a shawl that's like darker color, so it looks like maybe she's part of the guard. But like this could just be a random person whose colors match like the blue.
So I've been going back and forth in my head because I have two different ways that I could go. So Savara, she was out there doing paperwork for a while. So like you guys kind of had a head start on her, I think.
I think we were waiting for her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, Gwendolyn went and got all prettied up, right?
Oh, well, yeah, we got ready. But we're not
I
gonna
had a
we would
disguise
never
kit
leave
on
something
me though.
behind.
I didn't like go somewhere.
Oh, okay. You were just doing it there. So Savara knows that you're getting all dressed up. Well,
It might be a surprise. Walk out of the guard room and you're like, "Who's that?"
yeah.
Who's
Okay,
this
so
bitch?
Savara goes like she goes back to change and she comes out and she's wearing like a very simple dress, but like anybody who really knew what they're looking at could tell that it was like really nice fabric. So it's not like super like it's something that you might expect like a servant to wear in like a noble household or something like that. Somewhat nondescript, but not cheaply made.
Definitely handmade.
Yes.
Conti wolf whistles at both of you as you come out of the dressing rooms. Didn't know it to be in the company of such gorgeous babes.
Tara's very taken aback by that. Maybe blushes a little bit.
I mean, if you don't want to get recognized on the beat, you can't just walk around in half your uniform.
We'll be fine.
Serve.
Yo.
I forget. Are we doing rent and food?
No.
Okay, scratching out the
Here's one
entire
platinum
company.
minus 40 gold.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the cost of uniforms.
I have a thing that I will do, but it's small, and I will wait until these three are done with their night.
Girls' night.
Well,
the tipsy Tegu.
I mean, it's the night pre-festival. There's probably more going on in the streets than there are in that one inn.
That's fair.
If we hurry, we might be able to see the fireworks.
Oh, shit! You're right. We should go. Has Yelena already left?
Yeah, she's out.
As you're getting ready to leave, Sergeant Alo kind of calls you over. Oh, hey. So, you're all in one piece, huh? His
Pretty
fake
much
beard
so.
falls off for a minute. Oh, shit. Fixes his back up again. Hold on a second, turns his back, and
Get
Doing
some
something.
spirit gum out real
Yeah.
quick and
Yeah.
it's like completely covered his face. Oh, yeah, so you guys are, how'd it go? How was your first walk on the beat?
Oh, it was. I mean, it was fine. It was fine. We had a lot of had a lot of nothing for the most part, and then a few like altercations, which were no big deal.
I read the report.
So
It's
nothing
well
to
done
report.
on not letting things get too far.
I suppose we'll really see how difficult it will be tomorrow, right? With all the
Tomorrow, yes, it's going to be much more crowded, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled as the festivities will officially commence. But you've earned a good night. You've earned you've made it through your first day, I guess, what I'm trying to say, and congratulations. So go out and enjoy yourselves. But I'll see you bright and early. Don't party too hard now.
And right when he says that, his voice cracks.
Eh.
Yes, of course. We won't stay out too late.
Of
We wouldn't want to.
course.
right.
Wouldn't want to be tired in the morning.
See you all tomorrow then. I will wave you all goodbye, and I will head home to do my stuff, which I will talk about later.
Okay. All right. So where's everybody? Is it are you guys going exploring then, or
I want to find like a dive bar.
There's
It's probably not hard.
There's
Savara
probably
doesn't
not.
have an agenda. She just wants to see things.
There's probably not a dive bar in this quarter, I'm guessing, because they're actively trying to not
Yeah.
have a dive bar here.
I'm gonna find the most dive bar.
everything is new, unless you go to some of the more slum areas that have not been kind of cleaned out yet.
Is that like over here?
Yeah, everything like east of Jasper Street is pretty much they were not able to clear those spaces out. So all of the people that were squatting have been pretty much pushed to the corners here and up top here.
That sounds like it might be higher than level 1 area.
Yeah, and even in some of the deeper areas within here are a little, not as great. A little more suspect, and basically, they're not for you guys to patrol either, because that's not your concern. Your concern is the parade. I mean, the festival grounds.
I mean, Savara is most interested in wandering around and looking at all the displays and tents and people and stuff who are here for the festival. But also, she just wants to see anything new and exciting. So, like, she will.
Well, there's tons of
kinda
that
go.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
You just
one of
pick a
you have place
direction.
you're going, she will follow.
Mm-hmm. What's Count? She's trying to heal herself or something?
Wendolyn.
Oh.
Wendolyn's black eye. It does not go well.
I guess my anatomy is just unusual. Well, I guess we could try asking around for where those fireworks, or when those fireworks are going to be, and we could.
Oh, we should find a great spot to watch them.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fireworks are not going to happen until tomorrow. He's just setting up. But if you go and you try to find him,
I feel like setting up fireworks in the dark is also another red flag in this man's favor.
hey man. But you find, if you want to spend some time trying to track him down, you can do so. But I won't take that agency away from you because it may take time.
No.
Yeah, I'll get a to-go beer at whatever inn is close by.
Open containers in public?
Not a club right now.
Okay, I mean, there's plenty of inns. Everything has been, built to cater to the tourist industry. So things are more expensive.
So there were stalls here, right? Because this is where the goblins were, over here.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you pointing? Yeah, down this area here.
Yeah, there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'm assuming all of this stuff is like festival stuff too.
Everything. Yep. This
Okay.
is that's the Silver Lawn. That's where
So
some of the
I
larger
kinda wanna-
displays are.
I'm assuming we didn't get a chance to really explore the Silver Lawn. We were just kind of traveling
Uh
along
huh.
the road.
Yeah.
So I'd kind of like to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And Savara's going with you then.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'll go too.
Okay.
I have a fruity little drink.
All right.
Your red
And
soda
Yelena's
cup.
doing her thing, right?
Yep.
Good.
Lana has a family.
You got one of
going on?
those like 2 feet tall uh, plastic
It cost me
cups, like
40
Evan
gold
gets-
pieces, but I get
yeah.
to keep the cup.
Yeah, refills are only 5.
Okay,
Better
so
to boot.
the Silver Lawn, yes. Even at night in the moonlight, it is silvery and shining. With the Iobarian bluegrass, and you can see that, and you know that it's Iobarian bluegrass because there are little signs, like when you're at a park or something and you see those placards, yeah, just like that, talking about the origin of this amazing grass, how it looks metallic, especially during sunset, and it's vast stretches of unused space. But there are some larger structures in place as well, including that covered behemoth of a structure that has
Are
a
you talking about the dragonfly?
no. There's like a mega structure that is covered in a tarp. It's blowing in the wind, and it's titled. There's a placard nearby. It's like the Grave Raker. It's called.
That's out here in the lawn somewhere.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And you said it's covered?
Yeah, it's covered in a tarp.
Is there anyone guarding it?
There.
It doesn't look like it.
Great. I'd like to sneak up and look under the tarp.
I'll keep lookout.
Savara's looking around like, I don't think we're supposed to go in.
I'm not going in. I'm just looking.
Okay. Why don't you give me a stealth roll then?
Can I do perception as a lookout?
Yeah. Okay. And sneak, and your sneak is yes, thank you. It is a secret check.
Yeah, I was looking at it on the
sneak.
basic
It's
action macro.
it's sneak. It's there under sneak.
Yeah, I say under shove.
All right. So you sneak away onto the tarp, and well, you sneak. It's kind of like out there. You're not right next to the tarp, so you kind of have to go a bit out there. And as you get closer, this thing looks larger and larger. It's immense, right? It's been dominating like the horizon. Anywhere you are, you can almost see this thing. It's that large. And you get to the tarp, and you suddenly hear a voice behind you. What do you think you're doing?
I turn around and like kind of put like on drunk airs and been like, oh, I was just curious. How it is."
Oh, you should not be there. No, 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 not allowed, not allowed. Away, away, away. And it is another gnome. This place is full of gnomes.
How about I will give you a kiss on the cheek if you let me see. I just want to look.
Okay, now the person you're talking to is, like I said, a gnome. It's got like purplish hair, oversized goggles that make their eyes look huge. And give me a society check if you have society as a skill.
I don't have it trained.
You do not. Well, you can still roll it.
I'm assuming I'm close enough that I see and hear this. And all.
I mean, it's about 20 feet away from where off the road, off of where you guys are.
Okay, is that enough for me to roll society or?
It's. Do you have like dark vision at all, or
No,
you can't really see what's going on then.
Okay.
You hear voices though, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for.
Yeah, so Savara's kind of like tugging on Kanti's arm, and like, come on, and she's sort of like trying to quiet, not like super like stealthy necessarily, but trying to just like tentatively walk a little bit closer to kind of see what's going
I
on.
thought you were gonna walk away. Like,
No.
I think Kanti thinks you're gonna walk away, and she's all for it, and then she realizes you're like swinging back around. She's like,
Damn it.
Gwendolyn.
Yeah, and this individual, that's the name. Let's try to find it. Oh, fucking A, where's... yeah, it is another gnome, and it's just kind of like staring at you, being like, what are you doing here? You shouldn't be here. No, no, no.
Oh, come now. I just want to peek.
Oh, you'll see tomorrow. I promise you that. The Gravebreaker will have its great demonstration, and it'll be wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. You will see. Now go away before I call the watch. You don't want any trouble with them. Trust me, they're a nasty bunch.
Yeah, they are. All right. Well, I guess good night then. Hey, what's that over there? I'm gonna cast a figment of like another person sneaking like somewhere else. Figment is a subtle spell now, so it doesn't look like I'm casting anything. So there's now a shadowy figure running towards the other side of the tarped area.
Okay. He kind of looks over in that direction. He's like, curious, curious, curious. Not good, not good, not good.
I'm going.
And he goes,
oh my god, we finally found you. Don't run off like that again. We are so sorry about her.
oh, so you're up there now too?
Yeah, we
were kind of creeped up.
Oh, okay.
Samara's very uncomfortable with this situation.
Yes. You know, I have a right mind to report you to the watch right now. Trespassing, you shouldn't be trespassing. No.
We were looking for a friend. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you're fine. No friends here. Trust me on that.
We're taking her.
I'm gonna cast another figment that sounds like the tarp being lifted or something. Trying to like create a diversion in that direction to get him to like stop looking at us so we can run away.
I think he's letting us run.
No, he's not detaining you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were trying to sneak in when he wasn't looking. Yeah, Savara's like tugging on your arm, like, when we should go.
Yes. Listen to the lady.
Night.
Listen to the fine young woman here.
All right, we're leaving.
And he looks at Savara. He's like, do we know you?
All right, now can I roll society?
Yes. Oh, absolutely you can if you're this close,
Why
for
did
sure.
you say we?
Here it
secret.
is. There it is. Yes. All knowledge checks are secret.
Okay.
I'm gonna presume secret unless told otherwise.
Yeah. Do I recognize this gentleman?
Right. So yes, you do.
Excellent. Who is it?
This is actually, you may probably have seen this person in person at your residence, perhaps, or somewhere where you would have been frequented. This is Bloon Bandersworth.
Bloon Bandersquirt?
No,
Is that what you said?
I need to hold on. My mouth is so dry.
Can we call him Bloon Bandersquirt? Whatever.
I guess that's his name now.
Question now.
I guess that's his name.
Blander?
Wow.
No, hold on.
Wow.
I'll give you that in a
Bloon
second.
Bandersquirt.
But-
What was it
Yeah.
that you actually said?
Bloon
Yeah, there's a file of Blue
Bandersworth.
Bandersworth.
Oh, Bandersworth.
Yes.
Got it.
Alana's missing out.
Stiletto?
Okay.
Yeah, and this is
Oh, yo!
kind of what it looks like.
Yo.
Yeah, I would definitely recognize that person.
Yes, very distinctive look.
And what do I know
Um,
about Bloon?
Bloon is a renowned architect
Oh,
and an artist who is very well known in the city, but by those who would know, and he was born and raised in Absalom, and he belongs to a mercantile class family who's quite wealthy. And he is kind of a prodigy, particularly skilled in art, history, and arcana. And he is been talk of the town lately, and been paired up with one of the more popular city planners, or actually the city planner, Olansa Terramore, who is the current city planner, and she has also been made temporarily nomarch of the Precipice Quarter.
oh.
So she's
Well,
been
Alonso
granted
what?
Olansa Terramore. Yeah, and she's well known, and maybe you know of Bloon because he's always kind of with her. But she is, like I said, the city planner. He's an architect. It only makes sense that they would be working together. But Bloon is also one of the minds responsible for the the monumental task that has occurred in the Precipice Quarter. Bloon has been a major part of. He was kind of the designer, so to speak. And between him and the city planner, Terramore, they have created this, entire district renovation.
Okay, so
A lot of name
Like-
drops, yeah.
Savara, yeah, it's all good. Savara had been kind of like focused on Wendelin and trying to get her away, but when he says, "Do I know you?" she like really looks at him, kind of freezes for a second, and her eyes get big for a second. No, sir, I don't think so. No, definitely not.
We've seen you somewhere. We
I don't-
never forget a face. We never do.
Ladies, I do believe we need to get out of this gentleman's way.
We are
Beg your
so
pardon, sir.
sorry.
We are sorry. We won't be a problem again. Come on. And she's like hugging them away.
Okay. So you depart, and you spend a little more time at the Silver Lawn. The Dragonfly Pagoda is you can hear noises still coming from that area, like construction noises. Excuse me. Looks like they're cranking away at it still. And curiously, oddly enough, Savara, you can tell that despite all the construction, there are no lights. It's not lit up. Whoever's working out there is working in the dark, and it's just an oddity.
Well, at least one gnome is involved, so that might not be a non-starter, but yeah. Oh, but that's it's an oddity with a capital O. Gotcha.
Right, it's just odd
Yeah.
that there would be construction. That's at the pagoda, not at the
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah,
that's
the
not
Dragonfly Pagoda. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Go check out the pagoda, though, right? That's open.
Let's-
Well, technically,
they
nothing
haven't
is
done
open yet.
classes.
Yeah.
As long as you don't get caught.
Yes. Let's get a closer look at the dragonfly. Come here. This way.
Oh, Savara.
I
We're not
guess we can
supposed to
wing
go
it.
there.
You get a big huff.
Savara, are you wanting to break the rules?
Actually,
No, we shouldn't break the rules. I don't want to go in. I just want to get closer and look. Look.
Oh,
Listen. Do you hear they're working, but it's dark? Don't you think that's a little strange? And I know we're
Peculiar.
not on duty right now, but perhaps it would be useful to at least make sure nothing nefarious is going on.
of
I'm already,
course, of
I'm
course.
already sneaking up to try to see if I can see what's going on.
Again, you're gonna get caught by Bloon again.
well,
Well,
Balloon
what is
was more hovering around the grave rake.
I see.
This time I'll just knock him unconscious. It'll be fine.
Great.
Bam. He's an architect. How much HP can he have?
Punch him with the goggles.
He's a level 20th wizard. Oh, damn.
Just take off his goggles and be like, I can't see.
I can't.
He'll
Oh my
pull,
God.
pull a Velma.
Treat him like
Ooh, it is.
Velma. My glasses. My glasses.
Are those goggles a dark vision? I want them.
We're just gonna go bullying all the gnomes we find.
You might not approve. So is it like completely dark? Or
It's
there-
it's moonlight, but it's
okay.
you
There aren't,
know,
like
if-
streetlights or
yeah.
torches or anything.
no, not at the pagoda.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm trying to look around, but I probably can't see really well because I don't have any sort of low light vision. I guess I can listen.
Yeah, and you can hear as you get closer to the dragonfly, and you can only see it basically by the silhouette and the shimmering of the dragonfly wings, which are quite fanciful.
If that's worth anything, I rolled.
Okay. It's useless. Okay.
Be able to see. Actually,
Uh,
both of y'all can see better than I can.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's an immense structure. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's amazing looking. And let me see here. If you can hear some language being spoken, like generally off and on, but none of you are able to understand it. It has like a chittering kind of noise, but they're like clang, clang, clang. It sounds like things are being sawed and banged. It definitely sounds. It's just like a typical construction site noise kind of going on. And it's quite harried and loud.
Can I get close enough to see any of the workers?
There are yeah, of course. You get close, a little closer, and you spot just a couple of small diminutive creatures climbing around the outside once in a while, securing things, shouting at each other. Give me well, you don't have society. Well, you can still give me a society check anyway.
I did though. I could.
Creatures.
Yeah, if anybody, if you guys are getting closer and stuff, Yeah,
If
Gwendolyn, not
it-
sure. Don't forget those supposed to be secret.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I can reroll. Shift click, right? Nope.
Control and shift.
Yeah.
Control shift.
Or you could just use the recall knowledge macro on the off
Yeah.
of the
You could do that too.
yeah. All right. Well, Kanthi, you recognize them. So does Savara. They're kobolds, small little gangly creatures, and they're working. They look like they're legitimately doing stuff. Yeah.
That's why it's a dragonfly. It's got little dragons working on it.
Yeah.
awesome.
I was just testing the.
And you hear a soft voice. Can I help you?
And it's coming from waist height.
No, it's coming from the dragonfly. It is a woman. She looks to be of Tianxia descent.
We're sorry. We just wanted to get a closer look.
Goes, I'm sorry, but the dragon pagoda is not open yet.
Of course. We'll be on our way. She's like,
Do they put everyone with legendary perception on like
yeah.
watch tonight? Like,
Well, you guys are not hiding. You're in the grasslands. It's not like you have hiding. How?
I don't know.
I mean, are you crawling on your belly? You know what I mean? I mean, you can hide and walk silently, but that's not going to stop someone from seeing you.
Yes.
It's not a video game where you turn invisible.
I got Figment around myself, so I look like a barrel that's just moving along.
I'm so sorry.
Or
like
cardboard box.
creeps and then sits down.
How about that? How about a cardboard box like in Solid Snake?
Please forgive us. I'm so sorry.
She's like, yes, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. We've got the crew working around the clock trying to get the dragonfly finished, and you can see that it's unfinished. It looks like there's a lot of exterior work needs to be done still. One of the wings is not finished.
Everyone does seem to be leaving everything for the last minute.
Oh yes, well we've been at it for 6 months now. It's this is quite an endeavor, and we've had to hire some local help. But that's not of your concern. Labor problems and the like. I didn't think the festival was open to the public yet. Are you personages of special importance?
I mean, technically anything's open as long as you pretend like you belong there, usually.
She's like,
Give me one.
I see.
Tall ladder.
No, we're no one important. Just here to enjoy the festival. Is there? You say that you're not. That you still have a lot of work to do.
Yes, unfortunately.
I noticed that the struts there on that portion look like they need a little extra work. Could I perhaps lend you a hand? He wants to get a little closer to this thing and like have an excuse to look around and like figure out what about it is not
Okay, so what kind of skill check is that going to be? Is that a deception check? Is that a crafting? Yeah, but you can really could be a bunch of different skills.
Yeah, I was angling for crafting.
Okay. So you're actually pointing something like a something out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, she wants an excuse to get her hands on it a little bit and like so you won't get
girls' night. Let's go do manual labor.
Yeah.
A girls' night. We leave Savar behind.
She's not interested at all in manual labor, but
Ooh.
oh
Ooh.
yeah, that was a 1. But
She's like, actually, it's supposed to be like that.
she pokes on something and it falls and hits her on the head.
And she took a little offense, like you're calling something unfinished, and it's like, I thought it is finished though. Well, if there's
Yeah.
nothing else you need,
Perhaps I take the next one.
You're gonna keep being nosy. You're just gonna try to open
At
every
this
door.
point, she's 2 martinis and a beer in.
Are you the kind of person who quick saves before pickpocketing to see if you can pull it off?
oh hell yeah.
Conti
Yeah.
is, yes.
I mean, you don't have
Is
to
there
be
any other
faster than
way?
the person you're stealing from. You just have to be faster than your friends. All right. It's what is this building here?
We're gonna go building by building on this map.
Yeah.
You're killing me.
Fade
Hot
out
tub.
now.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that is okay. So you're moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, yeah. After the thing falls down and hits her in the head. It's really embarrassing.
Yeah, and you can hear some angry chittering and
Little kobolds
Eh.
shaking their little kobold fists at us.
and the woman who, by the way, the one that you were talking to, looks like this.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
pissed.
Yeah, she does look pissed.
What? No, she doesn't look pissed. She looks entirely normal.
Pissed. I guess you could. I guess if you think about, I mean, you could if you thought about it that way. All right,
Right.
you could.
She has the internal rage of every woman told to smile more.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
the corners of her eyes.
yes.
But she's idly imagining you falling into little bloody bits on the ground after she explodes you with her mind powers.
And she's like, and you can hear her as the pigs are screaming. She's like, I don't understand you. I'm sorry, I don't know what you're trying to say. Just finish it.
It looks like she's not roll her eyes.
Yes.
So, actually, we hear that as she walks away, and I turn over and talk to Savara. I'd be like, "Do you know anyone who speaks Draconic? Because I think that's what the kobolds speak."
It is what they speak, but I don't speak it, unfortunately.
Yeah, but do you know someone? Because it sounds like she can't understand them. Maybe that would help them move along quicker. You could
that's
send
a
over
good point.
someone. You're like rich and famous or something, right?
No, not me. No.
So
Really?
you're a beat cop, right? You got it made, so you retired to your dream
Well,
job, being a beat cop.
Perhaps there is someone at the watch who speaks Draconic.
Sure.
No, Hunty, do you know anyone?
She like
She's like, give me one more and I'll speak it.
I don't know if it's Draconic, but my tongue can make interesting noises.
All right, so you move on to the next cluster of buildings there, and that is the site of Knight's marvelous menagerie. And it looks to be a cluster of buildings that kind of enclose to form like a small little viewing, like a zoo, a small zoo.
Oh, what could go wrong?
And there are people there like hanging out and getting things ready, and you can see one lot of gnomes. You see one gnome, he's leading like an owl bear. He's like, come on. Come
like
on.
6 times bigger than he is.
Yeah, the thing is huge, but it's like. It's like, that's all right. Come on now. Come on. And it seems to be completely like docile. Yeah. And it doesn't really, it's not like a wild threat.
Gwendolyn.
Yeah, it looks kind of comical seeing the size differential on these two.
How much for an owlbear's feather?
Kanti, you
We're causing
can't.
me stress. Me, Lilith, stress.
Man, someone's got to get the watch on you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Kanti,
Off-duty cops, the worst.
even though we're not in uniform, we can't act like this. You'd lose your job. And that's the best thing that might happen to you.
You were the one trespassing.
I pulled you out of there.
You were trespassing. You're just as guilty as I am.
No, we're not picking owlbear feathers. She's like tugging you down away.
Fine.
I wave at some of the gnomes. I don't know if any of them are looking at me, but I'll wave at them.
They're very busy. They're very busy setting up. It looks like a bunch of caravan like carts have all been kind of set up around to form this zoo. And one of the workers waves at you guys. Hello. Hope to see you once we open up. Night's marvelous menagerie.
Yes, we will certainly be back. During the day when you are open.
Yes, things are a little busy right now. We're hoping to be up shortly if we can find our Yes, where's our owlbear? We've lost our owlbear.
Oh God!
Everybody's seeing it.
Whatever.
He's dabbing his forehead like, oh God.
Oh God! That owlbear is a walking child eater. Like that is a clear out of schoolhouse.
Give her one margarita. Yeah.
It's docile. It's fine.
They've lost a what, sir?
It seems that our owner has is absconded with a bunch more. If you see
Owner.
yes, if you see Mr. Knight, tall fellow, human, little portly, probably off with his mistress, I would imagine, but we could really use his help right about now. Things are getting close to opening time, and why am I even telling you all this? Just don't worry about it. Forget it. Just go about your business. Thanks. Bye.
But okay, as soon as he's doing this, Savara kicks into like, all right, like, okay, here we go, into like investigator mode. He's like, wait, what do you mean he's missing?
And he stops and he turns around. He's like, well, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. It's none of your business, really. It's better for us. We're probably go to the watch. If he's not back by tomorrow, we'll probably go to the watch. And
when's the last time you saw him? She's just ignoring all his.
Well, I mean, Mr. Knight, I haven't seen him. What's today?
31st.
The 31st? Oh my! It's today is Sunday, so yeah. I haven't seen him since last Star Day.
Seems unusual, don't you think?
Oh no, not last Star Day. That's too far. Since Moon Day. This past Moon Day, I haven't seen him. It's very strange. Probably.
Normally he would be here all the time.
Okay, at this point, give me a diplomacy check, just to give me a sense of how you're coming off on this guy.
Probably not great, because
if we found this, Mr. Knight, could I have a moon bear feather? Owl bear feather.
Oh, we sell those, but the shop's not won't be open until hopefully we're hoping sometime next week. But he seems to warm up to you, and he answers your question. What was your question? Sorry.
Just what, like, isn't it kind of weird?
Yeah, it's very weird, yes, but
in a week?
well, between you and me, I mean, we all know about his mistress, the veterinarian, and she's been missing too. So they must have taken some kind of holiday. It'll probably be back tomorrow, I'm sure.
The notebook is out, and she's taking notes. What is the veterinarian's name?
He's like, "What? Why? These are. You seem quite interested in this. Are you a private detective?"
Yes, I am. I just want to help.
Well, the veterinarian is Minera From.
Okay.
F-R-U-M. From. Minera. Yeah, I mean, we figured they may have just taken off for some alone time before the festival starts. But we're starting to get a little nervous. It's not really great not having them around for
But
this.
it's been 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the
And the animals, we're doing a good enough job, but it's just if one of the animals happens to get sick or something, we'll be, won't be good without having the veterinarian here.
Tell me, where is your menagerie originally from? Or do you travel, or are you local to these parts?
The menagerie. Well, Mr. Knight, he hails from. He's a traveling show.
Oh, were you most?
He goes all around Galarian.
Okay.
We just come up from a stint in Garund, down the Golden Road, and back again, and that's where we got old Rusty.
Who's old?
And he's like, oh, Rusty, yes, and he digs into his pockets and pulls out a little button, and it is some kind of weird looking creature you don't recognize. Well,
what?
You might recognize it. Give me a recall knowledge check. Anybody that's looking at it.
Nature?
Well, just roll the recall knowledge.
You know what? I never put the
Uh-oh.
It doesn't like me to
I never
drag
grabbed
things, so
the
I should
macro.
open basic action macro.
Oh,
Yeah.
just from the basic action. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the
No,
basic action.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Perfect.
There it is. Okay. Yes, Savara, you recognize it. It is a rust monster.
Okay.
And
And it has a top hat.
Pocket?
No, it's on a button. It's a button.
Oh, a button with a picture of it.
Yes, with a picture on it, and
okay.
it says Rusty on it in curved letters. And yes, it is a rust monster with a top hat. And he's like, "Here you go. First, this is limited edition here, but you seem like a nice enough lady."
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. And she tucks it into her satchel. And do you have the rust? You have the rust monster here in one of these?
Oh, yep, sure do. Locked up, nice and safe though. No iron or nothing.
Which one?
Oh, it's inside. It's in one of the kennels. We're trying to keep the animals all sequestered while we set up. Still, it's quite noisy.
What do I know about rust monsters? You want a separate check on that?
No.
Okay.
So what do you
It's still going
know
on silently.
about
sorry.
rust monsters?
Yeah, but this seems important.
I mean, not really. I mean, it could be. It might not be, but don't
Might
think
not
it is
be.
just because I'm going.
I know in real life how much it sucks when you have to stay home with your kid and everybody else goes out and has fun.
That's
Yelena's not much for partying, unfortunately.
So the rust monsters are creatures.
Kid-friendly bar.
They are usually found in dungeons, deep caves, abandoned mines, and they are the bane of many of an adventurer, as they essentially feed off of metal. Yeah, and can turn a sword, an armor, a shield into useless rust, and they eat, so they're attracted to that metal.
This is gonna be fun when we inevitably have to fight the rust monster.
Oh yeah, baby. Want to fight it right now?
Right.
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. So the menagerie was last in Garund, where they brought back Rusty.
He goes, what's your name, by the way? I have a name too, you know. Could ask me that.
Sorry, I've forgotten my manners. I'm Savara. What's your name?
I'm Remy. Remy's my name.
Remy. Okay, and he's like the just random menagerie worker.
Yeah, he's one of the zookeepers. Yeah.
Okay.
There's lots of art in the books for lots of random characters, but
yes, that we definitely won't need to know anything
Knight's
about.
Magical Menagerie. That's KMM.
Yes, I mean,
He's
Knight's Marvelous Menagerie.
Another gnome.
Marvelous Menagerie.
How dare you call it magical?
You said he's another gnome too?
Yep.
Huh.
No, so many gnomes.
I feel like I shouldn't have made a half elf.
I know, right? Gnome.
Nobody
Well-
knows the trouble I've seen.
Well, all of this stuff that you're asking is very fascinating, Sabra. But the more pertinent information may be, where was Mr. Knight staying, and where was Miss From staying before they disappeared? Were they staying here with the menagerie?
Well, they usually check up in their own little private.
Savara, I think we have all the information we need. Perhaps we can just go tell the watch for them, or...
Yes, certainly. We can involve the watch if we need to. She gives you eyes. But Gwendolyn had an excellent question. Where do they stay normally when they're here?
Oh, right.
They stay in their quarters, making all sorts of ruckus, keeping us up.
Yes, we don't need to know those details.
Is that here, or did they rent an inn?
He points to one of the carts.
Okay.
Ooh, what happened? Something happened.
I don't suppose we could take a look around.
I know we're much too busy right now, but come back sometime next week, and we'll have we'll have the place all ready to go for you.
Oh well, I'm
starting tomorrow, though, right, sir?
The festival's starting tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, she meant look around those quarters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Mr. Knight wouldn't like that very much. No. It's fine. I'm sure I'll be back tomorrow. I shouldn't have said anything, really. It's
okay.
No, the least we can do is
really
keep
none
an
of
eye
your
out.
concern.
Yeah, you're totally right. How about we get going before they get angry at us, random people asking weird questions?
Yes, of course.
Finally.
So
Cause...
I'm trying to find. I thought I had it on my sheet, but now I can't find it. So maybe I never added it. Oh, here we go. Maybe. I would like to pursue a lead.
Pursue a lead?
Well, just because, so I can have 2 leads going at a time, right?
Uh-huh.
So I figure I might as well make this an active lead.
Okay.
Or am I mixing this up with,
No, I think you're... Oh, sir, you just muted yourself, my dear.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
yeah.
My recording hasn't dropped, by the way, so I'd be more than happy to... I'm gonna put it up on Dropbox. Or
That's good.
wherever it is.
Yes, okay, yeah, that's right.
All right, so you're pursuing a lead, and what is the lead that you are pursuing?
Archibald Knight,
And
missing
that
person.
Schmalan.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the
Knight,
missing
right.
missing case of the missing zoo owner.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That is one of your 2 leads that you may pursue. So
Yep,
you
and
decide
I can change them out.
you want a different.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't take much to do that. Okay.
No.
So
And now we can go to bed and
now by this
and
point,
then-
it's like getting late at night. You're starting to get a little sleepy-eyed, and you retire to your quarters, wherever that may be. Before we get to Elena, well, no, let's just go to Elena now.
Oh, yeah. That's kind of a very, very chill night. Firstly, I would like to see if I can go somewhere to buy a scroll.
Buy a scroll in this town at this time of night?
7 p.m.
in
Yes.
Absalom?
Mhm.
It is a city that doesn't sleep.
Mhm. I'd like to find a scroll of heal. We're just gonna start with a scroll.
Heal
of
scroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think.
All right.
It's a good one to have around.
Just to have like a scroll of heal, or do you
Yeah.
plan on doing something with it?
Well, I can use them, so I may as well have
Okay.
them. And heal's a good
Sure.
oh shit button,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So if I can find a scroll of heal, I will happily purchase one for.
You can
4
find a scroll of heal.
4 gold? Do I have that right? Is it 4?
Sounds right.
It's a level 1 spell?
Yeah.
Then yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Hmm.
All right.
And to add a scroll, you just drag the spell onto your character sheet.
Okay.
So you look it up with the compendium browser,
Got it done.
drag it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hell yeah! Alright, I've got a scroll of heal. Alright, then on personal notes, she's going to go home and check to see that Nonochala and her kid are doing fine and everything's okay. Kind of drop off some food,
Okay.
maybe do some grocery shopping. Then she's going to finally post the letter to Nightmare Ravel because it's her turn. And then she's gonna go and try to pray like she did at the little open-air chapel that Sergei keeps. Until it's like maybe almost midnight, then she's gonna go home to catch some rest at least.
Okay. When you get home, you can see that the kiddo is asleep.
Good.
Maybe creak the door open.
Take a peek.
See him sleeping there. Not sure if he's faking it or not. Looks
How old
good
is
to
the
you.
Good.
How old is the child?
Oh,
Does the
there's-
audience see?
Yeah, the audience is like they're very, very diminutive, like small kid. It doesn't look more than maybe 8 or 10 years old. Shock, like really bright red hair, like tucked underneath some tattered quilts and piecemeal blankets. Asleep next to him is an elderly woman who has knitting in her hands and is like clearly nodded off. And Yoletta will like kiss her on the forehead and say, "Yoletta, come on, we'll get you to bed." And she will also make sure that the old lady also gets to go and sleep horizontally and not in a chair, which will be terrible for her neck. And then she'll lock up and go spend some time at Desna's shrine for as long as she can before heading home. So, very simple.
Okay. Perhaps on your way home, you were approached by someone. It's just like, hey, Black Lotus.
Pardon?
Got some Black Lotus here. Very good stuff.
You have a Black Lotus?
Stygian, the best.
Stygian Lotus. Oh, you have a Stygian Lotus. Right. Did you?
So I had 10 gold coins, and he unwraps this little cloth, and you can see the bits of the lotus flower.
I'm going to place my hand on his shoulder. Friend.
Make you feel like you're a mile above the city.
I appreciate it. I prefer my feet on the ground. And friend, maybe I hope you have better luck in the future and stop trying to proposition watch members to buy illicit drugs. Have a good night. And I will leave him alone. I'll like suddenly flash a badge and then I will leave him alone to his day. Or his night, I guess.
You're lost, stranger. And you are in the docks district now, probably, by the time you head back. So docks are still moving.
Oh wait,
so cargo being unloaded, and
I'm in the docks because the shrine is there, or?
Oh no, I figured you were just on your way home.
Yeah, I'm just on my way home to Jasper Avenue. Yeah. So yeah, then yeah, I'll just like maybe don't proposition a member of the Watch with drugs openly.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
Yeah. Look, there's only
you don't want to sell me guest sticks.
Huh?
You can hear the sound of something splashing, and you turn. You can see someone emptying a chamber pot on the second floor.
Never change. I will go home.
Yeah, but it's very picturesque. Like many masts of ships are off, to the west.
Many things I disliked about my old posting, but the view was not one of them.
Smell of the seawater, but it's also mixed with sweat. Very musky smell here. Everything is like always has this aura, this little bit of wetness to it, right? And mold and stuff. It's not the greatest place to make a home. But yeah, does anybody want to discuss their home at all during this, or shall we skip?
I'll let y'all know that Ilana lives in a pretty shitty apartment in Jasper Avenue, but it's home. She lives with an elderly woman that she calls Nona Cha and her kid, whose name is Ferris.
Did someone else verify that?
Better keep Ferris away from that rust monster.
Yeah, right?
What's up, sir?
No, just someone was saying that Ash and Chase cannot be heard. I don't know if that's true.
Can you not hear?
Oh,
I
you got a raiding party.
No, you're coming through on the audio just fine. As far as my meters are showing, that it's coming through, so I just don't know what they'd be talking.
Well,
I'm testing now and watching the stream.
Huh.
I can hear I can hear myself in the stream.
Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, no, you're coming through. There's nothing showing me that it's not coming out.
Yeah, this person that weird. I can hear myself on the stream and everybody else.
Okay. All right. So, does anybody else want to go over anything?
So Wendellin's house is actually in Copperwood, I think. Isn't that what it's called?
Yes, Copperwood, outside of the city limits. Yes, if we look at our map of Absalom.
Oh, the petals.
Copperwood.
No, Copperwood outside of the Middles.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I used to be part of the Edgewatch. So my house is standard kind of gnomish, slightly disrepaired, but cozy. She walks in and she, kind of takes up a conversation with 3 different people. She's like, "Oh, hello. I'm back from my first day down at the new job. What was that? No. And anyone who's listening only hears her side of the conversation. Seems like she is talking to no one. But there are 3 distinct names that she mentions. One is Bejamat, which she calls her grandmother. Another one is her cousin Siren, or Sirena. And then an aunt named Shay Rengen. Shay Rengen. So, yeah, she's at home disassociating.
Yeah. Grandma gives you some good advice. Always make sure, even in the summertime, make sure to keep a warm pot of porridge in your belly.
Oh yes, of course, grandmother. I'll make sure I eat before I go.
Let's keep those legs strong. You're going to be doing lots of working for that watch down there. Gotta keep those calves. Let me see you do 15 calf lifts right now.
Well, how will I do
that?
Feel
the burn.
We don't have any cows here. How could I do a calf lift?
Oh, very good, very good, very good. Right. Is anybody else?
Yeah, I think eventually Kanti makes her way back to the foreign quarter. It's a far walk, and by the time she gets there, she's unfortunately completely sobered up. Her feet take her to a familiar house, or a familiar, I guess the house, fairly small, but she looks up at it, a light, maybe still like flickering in the window. She sighs and then keeps walking. It's another few blocks, not quite to a rundown area, but definitely a more down to earth street. And she unlocks a small wooden door into a small, just 2-bedroom little house. So, shack would be too rude, but it is at this point closer to a shack than a full house. She closes the door, throws her stuff down just on a table, and then goes straight to sleep.
Alone.
So, question, because I always had it in my head that Savara was just staying in the barracks, but then it sounded like there wasn't any permanent housing.
Right, they have housing there if you're pulling like a night shift or like an overnight or something like that. But yeah, no, okay. There's no.
Okay,
there's no quarters.
Then we need to get together and talk.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh shit! I'm in trouble.
Uh-oh.
See me in my office.
Oh no. Okay, so we cut to the next day now.
The day of the festival.
Serenith the First.
Woo. I wish to go to the festival.
It's early in the morning, and as you make your way back to the watch, to Watcher's Edge in the city, Things look to be ramping up pretty heavily. It's still a little early for the crowds to start showing up, but there's a flurry of activity around all of the exhibits. It is, you can feel it in the air on, the excitement in the air. And you are, at Watcher's Edge. You've gotten into your uniforms, and Sergeant Alo is there once more. He's like, hey, hello, everyone. Glad to see you made it back. You haven't deserted yet, I suppose. And he gives a soft wink. The little dwarf, dark-skinned dwarf.
One quick note about Wendelin. One quick note about Wendelin is yesterday she was kind of disheveled and kind of like that whole Catholic schoolgirl in uniform, but just barely. Today she is like dressed to the nines. She's got kind of a bun on her head, kind of like Yelena's, and looks very much more put together and more mature.
Okay. Things should be pretty well. The parade will start over in the Ascendant Court, and it'll make its way through all the districts and then get back here to the Precipice Quarter. And from that point on, it'll be games and fun and things, but not for you all. You all must remain very vigilant. Absalom has attracts many people, and not all of them are here to have a good time. So remember to just keep the peace and be vigilant for any dangers. Well, just keep doing what you're doing. You're all doing a wonderful job.
Master Sergeant, I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
You wouldn't happen to know where we could find a translator for someone who speaks Draconic, would you?
Draconic? Well, I speak Draconic. Why? What do you need a translator for?
Oh, we ran into something yesterday, and there was just a miscommunication going on between one of the events and one of the events.
It's very kind of you to want to try and help them out, but just stay focused on your duties.
Oh, of course. I just was going to offer them. I'm not familiar with this quarter really. I was just going to offer them a name of someone that they could.
Well, if they need assistance, there are channels for the event and I can't think of the word.
Coordinator.
I'm drawing a blank here. Just some of the event organizers. So they have their own channels to go through if they need assistance. Don't try to take on more than what your duties are. Stay focused.
Of course.
All right, and then you are back out in it, and there's when you came in here, it was like dawn was barely, the sun was barely cresting from the east, right? Yeah, so it was just passing over, barely just starting to light up the fairgrounds. And now the sun is now creeped over, and there are people. It's like suddenly, it was about an hour that you spent in there, and then out here, there are lots of folks, all excited, and seem to be dressed up. And there's jugglers and entertainers, and there's music, and you hear pop, pop, all these different loud explosion noises and cheering. And it just hits you like a wave as soon as you come out. And your route again is going to be. Let's see here.
Will be the same. Or?
Take it to the map here. Your route this time, no, it's going to be a different route. Your route will now take you along this path. It's kind of hard to see. It's a different color. Maybe we can change the color. Here.
Interesting. It's a shorter path, but we have to, I suppose, the less renovated area.
Mm-hmm.
That is a very politically correct way of phrasing it.
Okay. Yeah, so this path will take you along Jasper Street and up and around the Hall of Nations.
The as yet ungentrified neighborhood.
And you begin your patrol.
Does it matter which way we go?
Nope. Mm-mm. So, whoopsie daisy.
I want to go north first then.
Okay, so you guys are here. All right, so you want to head north first?
Sure.
So you're going down this way, and the Hall of Nations is right here, right? And this is kind of the epicenter of the district. And it is kind of on a small bluff overlooking the lake. And it is a monumental... I mean, you can see how huge this building is. Probably the largest exhibit. That's the word I was trying to think of before. I couldn't freaking remember the word. Exhibit. It's probably one of the largest things you've ever seen, in fact. And reading the placard as you kind of walk by, it actually is... It claims to be the largest building ever constructed by human hands.
Wow.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the scale of how it sizes up next to some of these other buildings, like the tower, the Beldrin's tower, the tower is just a small part here, you know? Everything else is outdoors. Like, this is one giant, incredibly large building. And within these halls it's just like an open building that has barkers from all nations, very boisterous ones, like hollering out, and they're all showing off advancements in alchemy, technology, art, even magic, other pursuits. Anything you could come up with is in this immensely grand hall. And there are representatives from all nations are here. And there is a substantial guard presence here as well. So they kind of nod when they see you. But they're more stationed here. You guys have been given like more of a patrol duties. You're not sure which is better, to be stuck in one place seeing all this awesome stuff, or perhaps maybe wandering around. And you can see that there's even, some interactive things, like there's a noble woman having her portrait painted by an artist that is using some sort of magic to duplicate the painting on another easel at the same time. But the painting is instead of a daylight scene, it's a nighttime scene. But it's happening in real time as you're watching. And it's quite the sight. Unfortunately, you don't have time to stick around too much. And then you travel Which way are you going to go? This way, south, or north?
North?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you continue onwards past Vigil's Hope, where you can see live drills, military drills being conducted by the Knights of Last Wall, as this is their headquarters from when they've been banished from the Gravelands, or Last Wall, previously known as. And this is where they are now stationed. And within here is the Knight Commander, as well. Ulfun the Second. Ulfun is there, yeah. But he's not there. You don't see him, but you know of him. Everybody knows of Ulfun. He's kind of like a famous. He's like Aragorn.
He's apparently like super hot too, and like Absalom's most eligible bachelor.
She might. Does Savara mention that little bit of info?
No. No, I don't think so. That was just I know about Ulfun.
Well, yeah, wait a minute. You can't just say that.
Yes, there is art for him. I don't think I have it handy.
Does Rachel have it handy? She's like, oh yeah, let me just...
Yeah, right? Would you whip it out of your little pocketbook there?
I'm sure Savara has heard of him, but I don't think she is not at all interested in eligible bachelors.
Right. So they're doing this pretty impressive display of marching and coordination, and then flipping of the swords and things like that, and people are watching. But they don't seem like they're really performing; they're just doing their drills. But hey, people are starting to, people are like, "Ooh, that's so fascinating." And then you head along the street here. This is mostly, shops and boutiques that have opened up here. By the way, I'm sorry. Can everyone give me a perception roll since you're on watch?
Yeah.
Expert in perception with no wisdom. At least I have usage modified.
Okay. We're missing a roll here.
Yeah, it was mine. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So, continuing on and keeping a vigilant eye, you pass a small procession of a Pharasman kind of delegation of sorts, just kind of praying and splashing some holy water around, sanctifying. They're all women. And you guys should team up. Girls, get it done.
Girls' night.
That's so fucking trespassing.
Uniforms off. Let's go break some shit.
Engaged.
Let's see. Savara, you can spot like a group of children running out of a tavern with the waiter in pursuit, and they're still chewing their food. So come back here, and they're gone.
So we can't stop the children.
They're a little far away. Savara's the only one who really spotted
children.
That's not our problem.
I will
Shoot an
grab
arrow at them.
And Canthe, actually, you hear the sound of a large crash. Sounds like glass breaking. And it's coming from just up the street, one of the buildings, like on the left side there. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Did anybody else hear that?
Hear what?
He's like, there was like a whole... Are you hungover? She says as she has dark sunglasses on.
No, I believe you're the only one that touched it.
I'm pretty sure Wendelin
Are you
had some
feeling
too, right?
No, I just looked like I was drinking.
I swear, I'm not crazy. There was like a crash nearby.
Yeah, then you hear another one.
There! Just again.
Alright, let's go try to check it out. I suppose it doesn't sound good.
And yeah, you can see there's a few people outside one of the outside a shop that are just like looking in, like, what the hell? And you hear splash, splash, another piece of glass breaking, and
We should probably check that out.
Yeah.
you can hear high-pitched shouts now coming from one of the buildings. It is a narrow wooden building, and it is painted with mystic runes all along the front of it. And there looks to be a woman that is outside that she seems a little stressed. She's human. She's wearing a floppy, wide-brimmed hat. And she's standing outside the door with her arms crossed. She's tapping her foot. And she's looking up at the sky in, like, exasperation. And then, whoosh, you hear it again. She's, like, flinching. She's like, oh. And then she looks over and spots you guys. Finally!
Mm-hmm.
Well, get in there. I've got some crazy maniac inside my shop. Where is he? You hear a voice. What did you do with him?
Is there like a sign on the shop that says what it is?
There is no sign. No,
okay.
It is just a. It's covered in. The building has like magical runes painted over it, all over it.
Okay.
Yes. Well, good.
Yeah,
Maybe finally the watch has arrived. My goodness. I hope you can get in there and stop him before he does any more damage. Where is he? Where is he? What did you do with him? Shouting.
Yeah, I'm heading inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
okay. The door is closed.
Kicks open the door. Bam!
The where is he is coming from inside?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. What did you do with him? You bring back Master Camillus right now, or I'll... She's flinching every time, like, oh my god. Gods, please.
While they're trying to get the door open, Savara says, Madam, is this your shop? Can you tell us what's going on? Who is in there?
Yes, well, my name is Baron Porphyry, and I've come here to set up a little magic shop, but a little demon in there is trashing my things. It's claiming that I've done something with his master or something. I don't understand what he's talking about. You know what I'm talking about. More shit break. Because please, for the love of all that is good and holy, would you please stop this child before I am forced to take drastic measures of my own?
Can we open the door, or is it locked?
Yeah.
The door is
open.
locked.
Bam.
Locked. He's done and locked himself in there.
Oh, can I attempt to kick open the door?
No, do not kick open the door. Do you have a key on you?
Yes, but well, yes. And she digs into her pocket and hands you the key.
I will hold the door open, or I'll open the door and allow Kanti to kick it, even though it's just opening the door.
Be careful, there's a demon inside.
If you break the door, it comes out of our pay.
Nah.
Oh, don't you do that to me. I have one child. That's one child too many. Okay.
As soon as the door swings open, I like slide past everyone to get in.
Okay. So what do you guys do? The door is locked. You unlock it with the.
Yeah.
Yes, we're unlocking
Yes.
with the key and going in.
Okay,
Yep.
you unlock it with the key and it does not open.
Ay,
No, try anything. No funny business.
No,
I say you
guys,
try to open that lock.
Hello.
we're coming in.
Can we talk to you? Can you come closer to us? And
I want my master back.
we need you to talk to us, please.
Talk to her.
We will find out what happened to your master, but we need information from you. We need you to calm down, please.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
There you go.
pretty darn cool.
Okay, all right. Okay. I was like, hold on. Okay, step away from the door.
All right.
All right, all right.
And there's like two glass windows on opposite sides of the door, and you can see like a head slowly like rising from it. That's like a curly-haired
Demon.
demon.
Is it a demon? Really? Is it an imp or something?
She called him a demon, but I think it's a kid.
Yeah.
Do we have a picture?
Oh, let's see the picture.
There should be a picture for this guy, right? Everybody gets a picture in this.
Yeah.
cookie. All right, let me see here.
All those other people that were totally unimportant we'll never talk to again.
Nope.
That you showed us earlier.
All right. I think this will work. There you go. That's the kind of figure you see slowly peeking over the windowsill.
It's just
Now
like
you
a
stepped
human
away
being.
from the door.
Yeah.
You've all stepped away from the door.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you hear his head just kind of sinks back below, like. and then you hear something moving inside. Sounds like a chair being dropped.
Yeah.
And then the voice farther away. Okay, you can come in now.
Do not kick down the door. I'm gonna open the door but not step inside and make sure that nothing falls on me.
Yeah.
Okay. Coming inside here, you can see that this place has been wrecked.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Items have been thrown off the shelves. Cabinets turned over. There's broken glass. And there's a counter. And it looks like he's kind of like made a little fort. With like bookshelves and strange objects and things like that, like locking him in there. He's like, okay, what do you want? What?
How old does
Well-
he look?
He looks like maybe like around 12-ish.
And is it just like a human kid?
Yeah.
Alright.
At least, well, he was kind of hard to see, really, when he was peeking over.
So-
But
What we want from you is to explain what's happening. The woman outside.
that lady, she's evil.
Well, okay, that's fine, but we need to hear your side of the story. So can you please tell us who your master is, when they went missing, so that we can get to the bottom of this?
And again, he's like peeking over the counters.
Can I
His
get
little eyes, just his eyes are peeking out. He's like, okay, but don't come any closer. Because I know she took him. I know she did. Master Camellas would always talk about how this woman was out to get him. And then when he
What's her name?
disappeared,
Yeah, can I do a society check on whatever name he just said?
sure.
Could you also repeat that name?
Yeah.
Yeah. Master Kameneles.
Need
Give
a
me a sec.
master. Min.
There it is. Sorry. Okay.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Kameneles. Come on.
Oh,
Um,
wait.
Looks
I will
almost.
also roll a.
It's been.
fighting.
I came here with my master 2 weeks ago. And we split up to run errands. And we were supposed to meet at that big giant building over there. And he never showed up. And he's been missing all this time now. And then I thought to myself, well, of course it was her fault. This poor fairy lady. Master Camilla used to tell me stories all the time about her villainy and how she's his sworn rival.
Your master told stories about this woman here who owns the
That's
shop.
right. Uh-huh.
You know
He
it's the
wouldn't
same
never stop
woman.
talking about her. All the time.
How do you know it's the same woman?
Well,
So
I
you just
described her
think-
pretty much, and I asked around, and I found out where her shop is. And
Do you know your master's relationship to this woman?
I'm sure she's kidnapped her, turned her into a newt or something. Why are you bothering me? You should be asking her. Where is he?
So, can we get your name as well?
Oh, okay. I'm Eunice. Eunice. Just Eunice.
So where have you been living? You say you've
And,
been here for 2 weeks?
The woman from outside, she's hearing what's going on, and she's like, I don't know what the bloody hell he's talking about. I don't remember any sort of Kameneles or something. Yeah, you do! When you were studying at the Arcanarium! You sabotaged all his stuff and made sure that he failed. And got him in trouble and got him kicked out. He's told me all about your evil ways.
Okay, so your master said that they both went to the same school together, is that correct?
That's what I said. Are you deaf?
Well, I just wanted to make sure, because we can verify that information, that a Kameneles went to that school. Have you
Well,
done
why
that?
would I be lying about this? Why would my master lie? Look, I came here with him. We split up. Then now he's missing. Clearly, she's gotten her revenge on him. Probably cast a spell to know when he would return to Absalom.
We're not
She's like,
saying,
I don't know what he's talking about.
We're not saying you're
Child,
lying.
you are starting to really try
Can I
my
do-
patience.
Ma'am,
Can I do a sense motive on her?
yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
as well.
Yeah.
But I'll say,
Yeah.
ma'am, please, it is okay. We are doing our best to handle it. All right. Little one, you have to stop this, right? We are not solving this problem right now. This is her shop. And right now, the only thing that we are empowered to do is to arrest you. We do not want to do that, okay?
Okay, so who you guys are rolling sense motives on who?
On her, when she's saying, I don't know him.
Okay. All right, she seems to be telling the truth.
Okay, yeah, well, and Savara turns to her and says,
Madam, where did you attend academy? Where did you study?
Well, I mean, what the boy says is true. I did study at the Arcanarium. Arcanarium.
it's the hardest word to say.
I know.
Arcanarium.
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 As did almost every prominent magic user in this town. It is a high-class institution, but it is a popular one. Yes? Oh,
It's
But yeah,
a big
but
one.
Savara's also trying to sense motive on the lady.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Okay.
do you remember anything that happened while you were going to school where one of your classmates was thrown
So you're
out
talking
of
to Marin now.
Oh.
Marin.
Marin Porphyry? Is that who
Yes.
you're talking to? Okay. I'll put
I'm
her
gonna
name in
stay.
chat.
I'm gonna stay
as
with
well.
the kid, and I'm gonna try to get him out from behind the barricade.
Don't come any closer!
I'm not
Conti's
going
also
come any
there
closer.
to physically grab him if he runs.
As you move closer, you hear
I don't.
like the sounds of
Moving closer.
Did he Home Alone this?
It's worse than that. It's magical stuff.
Yeah. One of the objects that has not been broken yet comes flying off the shelf, and
Dad! God.
let's see.
So he's telekinetically.
Okay,
hurling
is a
it.
24 hit you? I'm assuming it does.
Me? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know why my rolls are stuck on secret. It's weird. Okay. So 24 does hit you. A conk. Conks you in the head, and oh my god. Alright, deals 5 points of damage to you. Why are my rolls...
I'll
They're
find
set
the
as
damage
public.
again.
Yeah, it's fine. It's the wait. I don't know why they're so weird. Huh. Okay. He's a don't come any closer! Gunk, bonk.
Alright.
And you get
And
clocked upside the head. And
you see
she's
like a
like,
line of blood come drawing down from her temple, and it let us like.
I just want my master back!
Alright. Child, if you do that again, it's going to be violent and very violent.
Are you speaking in your mom voice?
Yes, use the mom
very
voice.
quickly. Do you understand me?
Uh-oh,
Can I be sitting around the back
Let's see
and
that
grab this kid?
intimidate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can try to be some sneaks. Okay. That does break his will, DC. It's more of a coercion, I think. You're
Yeah,
doing
I'm not
demoralize.
trying to demoralize him.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
stop that
it's coercion.
right? Even if she knows where your master is, hitting me in the head is not going to solve this problem. It's just going to be.
I see you over there! I see that one trying to sneak around!
Kanti, please.
Fuck.
Little one.
And he bonk, hits you. Does the same thing against you.
Do not
Miss.
antagonize him.
My god, it's so annoying. Okay, the 20 is going to hit you.
Damn it. I could bluff it.
And the lady is like, would you stop giving him a reason to break more things? 2 points of damage.
God. God.
What's his name again? His name is
Eunice.
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 Eunice, I am serious.
It's just
One
like,
more
yeah, after you give him that stern
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like, you sound like my master commander.
And I'm sure
I
you
just,
would love to hear
I just want to see Abigail, know what's happened to him. He's been missing for so long.
Okay,
Yes.
and so Savara steps up. She's like,
If you will stop and listen, we will help you find him. We want to help you. It's our job. Do you see our uniforms? We are here to help the citizens and everyone who's come to the festival. That means you, but we can't help you unless you let us.
she's a little bit like, what do I do with this crazy kid?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he's like,
You let him
I
give
just
you a
want to
thumbs up.
find him. So, are you gonna help? He starts wiping his nose. So you gonna find my master?
Ay, pobrecito, come here. And I will gesture for
God.
him to come to me.
Don't come closer. Yeah, okay.
I'm not. I'm kneeling down. I have my arms up. Come here. Come. Nope.
He just starts bawling,
Yeah.
and then
Pat him on the back. It's okay. All right. We're going to help you find your master, but you have to stop breaking stuff. Okay?
okay.
He's not in the bottle, is he? Is that your master? And I will point to a broken bottle. No, no breaking.
No, I already checked.
Yeah, you're good.
But
You
it
checked-
could
you
be in
checked
this
so
one.
well. No, Andy, Do not do that, please.
It's thrown against the wall.
How would you like to be a
His
deputy
master is
for
a
today?
genie.
Because I just know in my heart that she's done something to him.
Well, if she has, we will find out. We will. We will. We're good at this.
I just wanted to try and do something, but
You've done a lot. And now it is time for the...
I just can't find him. Maybe he's not here. I don't know.
Where's the last place you saw him?
The building.
The notebook's out again.
Well,
He already answered
we
that.
went to the Hall of Nations together, and then we split up. He had to take care of some things, and I was going to go check out the forest, and then he didn't come back, and I haven't seen him, and I've been kind of on my own for the last few...
Where are you staying?
I had Master Commander has left me some coin. I'm staying at one of the inns nearby, but I'm running out of money. I don't know how much longer I can wait for.
What if you just ditch the kid?
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm gonna ask the kid if he wants to be a deputy for today. I'm gonna carry him on my shoulder.
Yeah.
The sticker? Edgewatch?
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a little badge sticker. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, he shows up. He's running there. He comes hustling. Sorry, I'm late. Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah.
Who's this little runt?
He's lost his master, and he's very upset about it. So we're going to try to keep him with us for a little bit, so he's not alone. And we're going to try to find his master or pass it up the chain. This probably.
And Marin sticks her head in and looks around. She's like, "Oh my, jeez, this is going to take me forever to clean up. Who's going to pay for all this?
Probably
You better hope you find your master."
Yes.
And I think Conta's gonna pull her aside. Look, worst case
This is
scenario.
going to take me all day just to clean this up.
This man, it just dumped a kid here in Absalom during the festival. Please have a little heart. We're sorry. We'll do what we can, but
Have a little heart. It's not your stuff. He just broke.
I know. I'm sorry, but imagine if you were a young child.
I had a little heart,
bang-
but look, it's all destroyed now thanks to this little shit ball. It was a beautiful crystal heart.
Pretty good insult. Can I borrow that?
Little shit ball.
But yeah, I'll carry the kid on my shoulders, and we will continue on for a little while. Maybe try to make a stop somewhere to drop him off.
Can I ask Marin some more questions? Actually, I want to try to figure out if she remembers anyone from her class that got thrown out, and what their names were, if there was.
Okay. I mean, she's like, I faintly remember something about a Kamenoles or something. I mean, it was inconsequential. I don't know if anything really. I never interacted with the fellow, but apparently, I mean, he had out for me. You know, there's a villain for everyone. No matter what you do in your life, someone will be out to get you, and someone will envy what you've got. And, I mean, I won't lie, I did pretty well for myself, and managed to set up shop here in Absalom, and once the festival opened up, I had the funds to secure a small lot here. But I don't recall really any specific details about this individual, whoever he is. I do hope you do find him, but if you don't mind, I've got a lot of work to do. And
of course, if you do remember anything, please come down to the station and let us know. If we can find him, he would be. Well,
I'll be down there filing a report for sure.
Yeah,
Grievance.
He would be responsible for his apprentice's destruction.
That's you bet it, Buster.
Buster.
But the child cannot be alone, Yelena says, pinching his cheeks. But yeah, maybe Kamenoles is just a fucking incel. Maybe he's just like, that woman did so well, and it's her fault that I suck at magic.
Yeah.
He's been going on for years about it to his apprentice.
Yeah. It could also be a case of mistaken identity where, like, the kid just thinks this is some lady, but, you know, it might not be this.
No, she just admitted that she kind of remembered
she'd heard of him,
something about it. So that means she did. So the slight, whether it's real or imagined, or the whatever, she's
been living rent free in his head.
Real.
Yeah,
this
her
guy
on date once, and she
live.
was like, "Nah, I'm good," and she never remembered it again. And
Yeah. Well, it's like the axe forgets, but the tree remembers, right?
yeah,
Ah, good one.
I'm sure it was something like, "Hey, do you want to be my lab partner?" And she's like, "Oh no, sorry, I already have a lab partner." And
She probably said,
He's
"No,
like,
I'm
women.
die."
yeah, yeah.
he failed, and she's like, "It's all her fault. If only she had been my lab partner."
Or maybe she got on like an apprenticeship that he really wanted.
And she
Maybe if
took
you find
his
him, you can ask
internship,
him.
and because of affirmative action,
Oh my god, no. Well, we're sent to patrol by the Polynesians at some point. So yeah, I mean, like we could take it.
Well, you've passed that already.
Yeah,
we went north at the fork.
we'll loop back around eventually.
But it's impossible to miss. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
right.
We're gonna be like right next to it, so we could probably pop our head in and try to look for the guy.
Well, I'm gonna pursue. This is my second lead.
Okay, then what do we call in these cases?
I mean,
Case of the missing master. No, you gotta come up
sure.
with
I mean, it just
some
says
fun
like
names for these.
sure. I can come up with names. It just says basically like a potential clue. I mean, it could be like a footprint or something, but it also
Yeah, but you gotta have like an Encyclopedia Brown name for these,
Yeah.
cases.
I like the alliteration. I think the alliteration is a must.
The case of the okay,
Think about it.
maligned mage. I don't know.
Ooh,
Case of the Blind Mage. That's good.
the missing Milan.
Good.
So, interestingly enough, it seems as though we now have 3 missing people who have all been missing several days.
Yeah.
That is interesting.
So, I don't know that they're related. This is obviously a very big city, and there are lots of people here because of the festival, but
Who are the other two?
a little suspicious. Oh
yeah, we probably didn't tell you about.
So,
Snooping
we were
adventures.
sightseeing yesterday.
At night?
Yeah.
I suppose the dogs.
We were making sure the streets were safe.
No, we were sightseeing. I was sightseeing. And there's 2 people from the menagerie missing. Archibald Knight and Olansa Terramore. So...
Wait, Terramore, the city architect?
No, it wasn't Terramore. It was
Oh, sorry, Minra from.
Manira from.
Yeah, sorry, I read the wrong one. She's the veterinarian, and he's the owner of the menagerie.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they've been missing for several days. They're known to be a couple, so it makes sense that they were together. But then they don't.
Missing.
It seemed like it was unusual for them to be missing for this long, especially where.
It's a big festival. There's a lot of people, and it's a big city, so.
It is, but if you're the owner of a menagerie and the festival's starting the next day, it's
Right.
They're
strange that you
apparently
Did he
they're
seem like a
behind
kind of hands-on
schedule.
person, or did he seem more like a flippant kind of?
I mean, he runs the menagerie.
Well, he owns the menagerie. His name is on it. His people run the menagerie.
Well, the
Rich people don't
veterinarian
run anything. They slap their name
veterinarian
on it. The
is who he was
veterinarian.
sleeping with, and that
Well, so-
That's the only
Yeah,
vet.
Minora was a veterinarian, so I would think that she probably,
Be important.
if only her, would care about the animals and disappear on them.
Well, I mean, at this point, we're assuming character of somebody we have never met before. I appreciate the work, though, and I do think it is interesting. I just don't know that the captain is going to give a shit. But we can this is probably enough to tell him, right? I mean, if we just say, hey, There are like a lot of missing people. He's probably going to say what I did. It's a fucking festival. People just move, you know?
It is our job, though.
It's not a small town.
If there's a place in the festival where that activity is going on, I'd like to visit.
What activity?
Oh, we said it was a fucking festival.
Oh, I see. No, it's not, Savara, it's not our job to do this. We are not investigators, alright?
I think she might be, though.
It says it on my sheet right there. Did you not see it?
I'm a level 1 investigator.
Level 1. And, it's our job to keep the people safe.
No, it's our job to look pretty and keep the peace. It's actually a matter of legality that we do not have an obligation to keep people safe. Did you know that?
Actually, I do know quite a bit about the law.
Right, then you'll remember the High Court's deciding that it's not our job to keep people safe, it's our job to uphold the law. And sometimes that means that...
Sometimes our jobs have more moral basis than simply employment, however.
You know what I heard one time? I heard that laws are just threats put out there by rich people.
By the dominant... Yes, I agree. But here's the thing. If you would like to follow your morals and your heart, if you would like to solve problems of a moral nature, to do good, leave the guard. Come on, we're late.
And the sound of the parade begins to hit you as you're winding, as your conversation is suddenly drowned out as a cacophony of noises kind of begin to overwhelm you as the parade enters the precipice quarter, right from where you were, which would be like right here, and it is quite a sight. It is preceded by fireworks, pop 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 pop, and what look to be like hellish smoke shows, weaving in a variety of shapes from these fire sticks that are laying off the smoke, and shapes and creatures, and even scenes of perhaps one of the many of the various sieges of Absalom. Minotaurs and angels and all sorts of beings, and the symbol of Absalom is prominently displayed. There are massive, colorful floats from all over the world, kind of passing through. It is makes you just kind of like stop what you're doing as you watch, and everyone is cheering. There's like a bunch of dancers on the fringes of the parade doing like acrobatics and fire kineticists like shooting flame up into the air and shaping it as well. It's an incredible sight, and there are some like Secret Service looking guys who are being very vigilant with their shades, but they have a badge that looks different than yours. It is not a watch badge; it is a Star Watch badge, and it is a silver looking badge. And these guys are like the FBI of Absalom. They oversee the watch. They do internal investigations. Their authority goes beyond the walls to the greater Isle of Kortos. They're a pretty big deal. The best of the best, so to speak. And they are kind of like, watching, making sure everything goes smooth, and they see you guys and they kind of give a nod. And we pan up higher and higher. We can see how long this parade stretches. It goes all the way into another district. There's that much stuff, and it is full of fanfare and joy and good times. And that's where we'll end it for tonight.
Oh, it's like a Disney parade.
I know.
As the Radiant
Parade.
Festival officially kicks off, cheers, people clapping, children. There's other folks on shoulders, and even the kid has stopped his sobbing as he's just completely in awe.
We get him a
the
balloon.
Celebration.
Yeah.
We get
Out
him a
of
balloon.
curiosity, was that telekinetic projectile he was using?
Yes.
Probably. Yeah.
Well,
It
okay,
did
I
5
have that
lethal
spell,
damage
so-
to me.
Yeah. He had a damage penalty, but because he's not that skilled. But
Oh, I can
yeah.
bandage you up while we're watching the parade.
Oh, that would be much appreciated. Yeah, I kind of like it. Blood is.
Yeah, maybe you even see, you even spot a few people munching away at fried pickles.
I'm 0 for 3.
It's okay.
Please.
0
Savannah.
for 3.
Does not bode well. That is not
Oh,
a. That
please.
is not a
Assurance
good
at level
omen.
2, bitches.
for the medic. For the
Yeah,
medic,
dude,
yeah.
There's sure it's a level 2. Can you tell me
Yeah.
that is jaded yet?
Yeah, there's sometimes you absolutely just need to not fail.
Yeah.
Because if
That's-
someone is dying,
It's already in my plan. It's
Yeah.
been in the plan for a
yeah,
long time.
it's a very popular choice for assurance. It's good for athletics too, because it does not suffer. Assurance does not suffer penalties. So, if you had assurance in athletics, you could try to trip somebody as your third attack and suffer no penalty.
Yeah.
Oh shit! That's how that works,
Mhm.
bro.
There's no
Oh,
bonuses,
Yeah, you
no
don't
bonuses
roll it.
or penalties. Only a proficiency bonus, which includes your level.
Yeah, level plus proficiency.
Yeah. It's only a
Interesting.
given
Yeah.
against mooks, but still.
Yeah, it wouldn't be something you can use against a boss or something, but against a low-level character, and you get a third action you want to throw out there, assurance with athletics is the way to go.
And even against a boss, I mean,
It won't work on them.
It won't work.
It's not high enough. No.
Right?
Yeah,
but,
the
at
10.
least,
It might if the boss is really bad at reflexes or
Right.
whatever.
Or if you even
Oh,
post
it's
penalties
2d8,
on
I'm so
it,
sorry.
It's better than accidentally getting a crit fail on your third one.
Yeah.
There
Right.
you go.
Yeah, assurance is very powerful in that it never suffers a penalty,
It can be good for
even if you
Yeah.
have frightened, all that shit doesn't apply.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, thank you for the great
Yeah,
session. It was a lot of
thanks,
fun.
Yeah, that was
A
fun.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
I-
And just remember, not everything, I know I mentioned this, and it's hard not to be like that. And maybe I'm just, trying to mess with you guys, but not everything is relevant. It's a big city with lots of variation. And there might be some common threads. Oh, no, it's great.
Hey.
It's great. I just don't want you to get hung up on.
A, I think
on
you're
too
fucking
much.
with us. And B, I want to interact with my class. So.
No, it's great. I love that you're doing this. Believe me. I do.
That's why I'm playing Yoletta so jaded. I was gonna say I hope
Everything is a potential investigation, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like she of all people just wants to get her hours in and go home.
Well, and I love that, against Savara, who's so, optimistic and naive, and, yeah. It's a good combo.
Yeah. It's been it's good. It's good seeing where how the characters are starting to interact with each other and get a sense of who's who in this group. Because we all know the true hero is Gith. I mean,
Yeah, obviously.
this is his story.
Origin story.
This is his. This is
origin
yeah. This is
story.
his. This is his.
This is Batman ass.
This is the story of his ascension to godhood.
He's just there for when one of us dies.
No, he's starting a Mythic Adventures campaign.
Yes.
This is his backstory. He's gonna gain his first tier while working with us.
Perfect. Okay. Next week we'll see you guys there.
Yeah.
and the week after that, I think actually the 2 weeks after that, the 12th and the 20th, I got shit.
The 12th and the 19th.
The 12th and the 19th, yes.
Okay.
Ooh.
we're gonna have to try to see if we can we do Monday? Can we do? Let's talk about it because I don't want to miss 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I can the 11th. I can't.
All right.
I will see you guys later.
Okay.
Bye.
See you. All right, we'll talk about it offline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Have a great night.
Good night.
Please. Bye. Thanks for hanging, everybody. Yeah, should be pretty good. It's lots of things on the horizon with this adventure and this story, so I'm looking forward to it. Take care. Bye bye.